The Duggar family first appeared on TLC in 2004 in a special titled 14 Children and Pregnant Again. The show was based primarily around Michelle and Jim Bob Duggar, two devout Baptists who live their lives according to their incredibly rigid belief system. This belief system includes things such as not believing in holding hands prior to engagement, the rejection of birth control as to allow God to determine the number of children you should have, and the restriction of television and movies, as they are seen as a corrupting force to the family structure. They also believe in the Quiverful movement, which calls for a return to the biblical patriarchy, which from the name alone you probably understand is a movement that uplifts men by pushing down and subjecting women, which is exactly what it is. Biblical patriarchy has a firm set of beliefs, which amount to men being the heads of the household and women being their property to lord over and control. They are treated like livestock that is sold and traded, and there is an emphasis that they should be subservient to every man that they encounter, as they are lesser than them. Daughters are the property of their fathers until the time they are married, when they become property of their husband. This movement also states that women shouldn't be allowed to vote or receive any higher education, as they won't use that education and most likely will make the wrong choices when it comes to voting. Because of their firmly held belief system, when the Duggars first appeared on TLC, they were dealing with quite a few financial hardships. They had to rely on Jim Bob to provide for the entire family, but unfortunately, one paycheck doesn't amount to much when it's split 16 different ways. Because of that, the obscenely large family had a relatively small 3-bedroom home that was gifted to them from their church. Due to their poor financial situation, the home had only 2 bathrooms and the kids all slept in bunk beds, usually 2 to 1 bed, in order to make room for the rest of the family. They also adorned their kids in second-hand clothing that were ill-fitting, that basically looked like pilgrim attire, as the girls had to be fully covered as not to tempt the boys, because a boy having sexual thoughts would of course be the fault of the girls. The special focused on the family as Michelle prepared to have their 15th sibling and went over the odd system they had put in place to raise the plethora of children. They called this the buddy system. Basically, Michelle had raised her children to assist in the raising of their siblings, so she wouldn't be solely left in charge of over a dozen babies at one time. After giving birth, Michelle would serve as the infant's first buddy, taking care of them in the first couple of months of their life. Then, after enough time has passed, they would get their second buddy, which would be an older member of the family. That buddy would then take on the responsibility of taking care of the younger family member, feeding them, bathing them, and making sure they were properly cared for. This system would continue until the younger sibling was about 6 years old, when they would become the older buddy that would help their younger sister or brother. This led to the eldest siblings, especially the eldest daughters, taking the brunt of the responsibility in the home.